wrapped in sugar, with just enough chew to count as cardio. Fried fish skin cracklings, possibly the most unexpectedly delightful snack to emerge from a culture that also thought eel pie was a good idea. These crispy, salty little strips weren't glamorous, but they were efficient. Waste not, want not. Especially when you're working with a fish that, frankly, smells like it's judging you. Let's be honest, no one set out to invent this. More likely, some thrifty cook was left staring at a pile of discarded fish skins and thought, what if we just fried it? A splash of hot fat later, and history was made. Or at least something vaguely edible was born. Fish skin was plentiful, especially in coastal towns, or near rivers where herring, cod, or whatever had been pulled out of the water was processed on site. The meat went to the stew pot, the heads went to the cat, and the skin? That got thrown into a pan of bubbling oil and sizzled into submission. The result was surprisingly addictive. A thin, crispy snack that crunched like a dried leaf, but tasted like concentrated ocean. A pinch of salt elevated the experience. A hint of garlic or herbs? Well now, you were flirting with culinary excellence. These cracklings weren't just tasty, they were practical. Lightweight, non-perishable-ish, and high in fat. Exactly what a medieval body craved after a day of hauling firewood or defending sheep from someone else's sheep. Soldiers packed them. Sailors lived off them. Peasants sold them outside taverns for a few coins and the satisfaction of feeding drunk people something louder than their conversation. Did they sometimes still have scales? Yes. Did they occasionally curl into weird shapes that made you question your life choices? Also, yes. But by medieval standards, they were downright elegant, crispy, flavourful, and unlikely to give you dysentery. The only real drawback? Smell. These things could announce their presence from 3 huts away. If you fried a batch indoors, your home would smell like Poseidon's laundry for a solid week. But you'd be forgiven, because they tasted good. When life gave you stale bread and warm beer, you didn't cry. You made the most medieval snack imaginable, bread soaked in ale. Known variously as sops or trench toast, this humble creation was the original comfort food. Think French toast, but without the eggs, sugar, cinnamon, or joy. Here's how it worked. You took yesterday's bread, the kind that could double as building material, and dunked it into a bowl of ale. Not fancy craft ale with notes of citrus and a hoppy finish. No, this was flat, low-alcohol medieval ale brewed in someone's smoky back room with the hygiene standards of a